Here for a conference about leadership. So you would like to know what is leadership all about. If a leader is born or if a leader can be prepared to be a leader. You would like what are the laws of leadership. This is the first law to learn, that we get scared because we meet something scary, right? Would you bet on this? Would you bet anything on this? Who is not sure of that? We get fearful. We are in fear because we met something that was conveying fear, isn't it? It's just the opposite. The world works from inside out. Life works from inside out. First we are in fear, then we meet the object of our fear. So we are in fear, and we meet fearful events. And then we believe that the fearful events are making us fearful. But it's exactly the opposite. And nobody has told us. The world is a psychological jungle. If you are an animal and you go in the jungle and you are wounded, can you imagine a wounded animal in the jungle? What will happen? He will meet a predator. A lion will be there. He will say, oh, what an unlucky day. What a terrible meeting. Why do I meet this guy? In our psychological world, in our psychological jungle, we are the wounded animal that does not know that is bleeding. And we carry our wound around. And we waste our blood around and we don't know that we do that. And then one day the predator is there and we say, how come? What have I done? We are not better than the world. We think that the world is done badly, that there is injustice, that things should work in a different way. Narcissus is a myth, he's a very old myth. The water is the world. Look how old is this myth, how old is this intelligence that we forgot completely. The water is the world. We look at ourselves in the water, we see the world, but we do not recognize it. We think that is something else. And we understand that the world cannot be better than us. The world is exactly what we are. The world is such because you are such, which is very interesting for us. It's a Pinocchio. Have you ever read Pinocchio? Have you ever seen? You know what Pinocchio, the story of Pinocchio? And the story of Pinocchio is the story of a piece of wood that, just not a beautiful piece of wood, just the last piece of wood, that in the hands of Geppetto turns out to be alive. He has a life of a piece of wood, not the life of a child, but he is alive, he goes to school, he has troubles in his life. Then one day, through troubles and difficulties and obstacles, he becomes a child. He becomes just like you, my child. You know how lucky you are. You don't need to do all that. You are already a child. He had to do all the troubles, he had to go through all the problems and difficulties to become you, but you are already a child. We don't tell him the good story, the right story. When we'll be able to tell our children, we are the puppet, we are Pinocchio, and this is the planet of Pinocchios. Who doesn't have a dream? Oh, we are dreamers. In reality, we don't know anything about our real dream, because dream, in the word dream there is I am my dream. My life is exactly what I dream. And we don't know anything about our dream. We think that we dream beauty, we dream harmony, we dream well-being and prosperity, that our dream is completely different. That most of our dreams are nightmares, but we don't want to know. And our life takes the shape of our dream. The external world, the events take the shape of what we are inside, but we don't know what we have inside, what we carry with us, what we think about, what are our real emotions, what are our real thoughts and our real feelings. Why our life doesn't give us the satisfactions that we want. Why we don't have a beautiful relationship with because of why our family has problems, why our businesses maybe go wrong and we fail. And we don't know anything about that. But we don't know that we provide the orders. We give the orders of what happens in our life. We are the only one responsible for what happens to us.